I trusted the Lord to be my source of protection and comfort, and He didn't disappoint. This story is about when I travelled on my own to Albania. I had been there twice before with the family, but I really felt God calling me to go again, but this time on my own, and lead some sports in the local community. I was 18 and had never travelled overseas on my own, but I knew if it was God calling me, I wanted to be obedient to Him. I was apprehensive about travelling alone, scared of getting ill or injured, and concerned about the language barrier. I also had to trust God with the finances, as I didn't have a job. However, I knew the promises of God were that He would never leave nor forsake me, that He's the great provider, and He would always be my source of protection and comfort. So even though I would be travelling on my own, I knew I was never alone, as I had the King of Kings and Lord of Lords with me. As I was praying about the prospect of going, I really felt God would provide a way for me. He didn't disappoint. He provided enough money to cover all the costs and for me to stay for 3 weeks. In the tough moments, I trusted and put my faith in Jesus. I felt such peace that could only come from God. And during the whole time I was there, I felt His presence so close. I trusted the Lord to be my source of protection and comfort, and He was faithful.
I trusted the Lord for housing about a year and a half ago. Me and some friends were looking for accommodation for our final year in Durham at university, and we got on to the property search pretty late, and in Durham there was a huge new intake of freshers because they were kind of expanding the uni, and all the houses were getting snapped up quickly, and we had quite a tight budget, and we also really wanted to be central, and it just seemed like it wasn't going to be possible. I remember looking through different websites like Rightmove and ShoeRents, and just being very disheartened at the lack of options. But I prayed with a friend about it, and sure enough, God provided a wonderful house for us that we were so surprised that nobody else had taken. It was central, and it was affordable. And to top it all off, the landlord agreed to a 10-month tenancy, which is quite unusual. So we saved even more money. So yeah, I trusted the Lord for housing, and He provided. He was faithful.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I trusted the Lord for a new job. 20 years ago, I'd been working for a bank since leaving school, and had decided to step out of my comfort zone in faith and explore a job overseas with a Christian holiday company. There came a point when I'd been offered a job as admin manager in their resort in Halkidiki, Greece, which I'd verbally accepted but was waiting for the contract to come through. Now, against my dad's better judgment, I made the decision to resign from my bank job before I'd received the contract for my new role. I believe God gave me peace to go ahead and trust in Him as He had a plan. After being admin manager for 3 weeks that season, I was promoted to resort manager, definitely a God incident, and loved it so much that I went back for a second summer season. I trusted the Lord, and He was faithful.
I trusted the Lord for my career, and He was faithful. Many years ago, about 10 years ago, before I got married, my then girlfriend and I were in Scotland, and I was looking to get a job, preferably in Scotland. I applied for many jobs. I got through the first stage, the second stage, I had job interviews, and I had a few job offers available. I attended a prayer meeting with some friends, and they prayed for me and prayed that God would show me the right job to take, and that God would take away offers that I shouldn't take advantage of. Eventually what happens, I end up being offered a job in academia at a university in London, which was not where I wanted to be. But after prayer, I felt that this is what God was telling me to do. And so I took the job in academia. My intention was to do that for about 6 months to a year and then move on. But 11 years later, I'm still working at the same place, and it was the best decision I could have made. So I trusted the Lord for my career, and He was faithful.